morning everyone, I hope you're all well. Today is Saturday the 26th of March, I nearly said January there, and this is the start of a weekend vlog. So today is going to be pretty much our usual Saturday. We're going to take Abby to work, we're going to go to Asda and then just see what the day brings after that. And then tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I'm going to take Granny Annie for a nice lunch, and I thought it would be good for you guys to come with us. So yeah, here's to a very good weekend. Let's get it started. Oh, well, that's Asda done. That was some experience. I'll tell you about it properly when we get home, but it was a nightmare. But there was one good thing. I'm famous! A viewer came up and said hello to me, so I'll tell you about it when I get home. But yeah, it was really good. It made a bad experience much better. So I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you about it when I get home. We're home and the shopping is away. Story time from Asda. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. I decided to do a click and collect for part of the order today. We used to do click and collect all the time when like the pandemic and that had started, but it was a real hassle, so we stopped it. But then I've spoken before about the Top Cashback app that I use, and I noticed on there the other day that they were doing a deal with Asda that if you did a click and collect order, you were getting £10 cash back. So I thought, why not? We're going to Asda anyway. So I thought I'll get like the shelf stuff, the cupboard stuff that hasn't got dates on it through click and collect. We don't like getting like fresh food through that because they never check the dates. So when we got there today, so I had ordered it. I'd ordered all the shelfie stuff. And you know how you can go on through the week and amend your order. So I went on and amended something on Wednesday and it was all fine. And then I went on yesterday and added something and discovered that 5 of the products had gone up in price in that 2 days. And I thought to myself, no wonder my Asda shopping's been getting expensive. That was 5 different things that had gone up by at least 25 pence in 2 days. And I thought, right, okay. So it was all fine. So we were getting it between 10 and 11 today. We got to Asda about 9:30, so we went and got all our fresh stuff that we needed. Then at 10 o'clock, we went to the customer services and we said, that's us here, right, okay. So they came down a few minutes later and said, we can't find the order. Is it under a different name? We're like, why would we have it under a different name? No. So I showed them the app. I went, look, it says that it's being processed, it's being picked. Right, okay. So they went away, and then eventually a manager came down and said, we're really sorry, there's been problems with the system. The system had crashed, but your order's through now and we'll bring it to you. So they brought it out, but it was only half the order. And the substitutions that they'd made were rubbish. We're like, oh, for God's sake. So basically, we ended up waiting 45 minutes for our click and collect order to get sorted. And in the end, it was fine because the manager ended up dealing with us and she was really good, and she did give us a £10 gift card to apologise for our inconvenience and gave us a couple of freebies as well. The substitutions that we hadn't wanted, she just threw in for free. So, I mean, it was good that it worked out like that in the end, but 45 minutes. And then some of the substitutions had been my mum's coffee. And I said to Jack, I'm sure I had seen that when we were passing. I'm going to go. So Jack put the stuff in the van and I went, and yeah, it was there on the shelf. They just obviously couldn't be bothered looking for it. But one of the things that was substituted that I'm annoyed at was when we went to Asda on whatever night it was after the Stereophonics concert, we noticed, you know how Thornton's do the little mini caramel shortcake bites? Well, they do them in a hot cross bun flavour. I don't know if any of you have seen them, but they're limited edition and they were amazing. They were 70 calories a bite, so they were very calorific. But oh my God, they were so good. They were so good that I ordered 2 more in the click and collect order, but they never had any. And they had tried to substitute it with the Thornton's fudge brownies. I'm not a brownie fan, so I said, nah, we don't want them, but they ended up giving us them anyway. And I did double check that they didn't have any because I thought if I've just missed them as well, I'm not missing out, but nah, they must be flying off the shelves. So if you ever see the hot cross bun Thornton's mini caramel shortcake, get them, they're amazing. Anyway, the one thing that really cheered me up through that whole depressing wait was I got a tap on the shoulder and I looked round and the lady said, "I watch your channel," and I was like, yay! At last, it's the first time in all the years that I've been doing YouTube that someone's came up to me and said, "I watch your channel." I have had a couple of people say to me, "I saw you when you were out today." They didn't want to actually come up and say hello to me and disturb me, but this lovely lady came up and said, "Yeah, I watch your channel." Her name was Margaret, so hi Margaret if you're watching this. And it was actually her husband that had spotted me. I'm sure she said his name was Tom. So hello to you two. So yeah, we were standing chatting, well I was sitting chatting for a good few minutes and it was really nice. And she was saying it was actually her sister in Australia that found my channel first and said to Margaret to watch me because we were relatively local to where she lives, and that's how she got watching us. So it was so nice to have a wee chat with her, and she was saying that she loves Brooke's hair and she was a really lovely lady. So thank you very much for coming up and speaking to me, Margaret, and Tom, I think that's your name, I'm sorry, I'm rubbish with names, but it was just, you really did make my day by doing that, so thank you. And if anybody else ever sees me when we're out and about, please come and say hello because it is nice. It is really nice. It makes me realise that I'm not just sitting talking to myself, staring into a camera all the time. Yeah, so that did make it all better. But we're home now, the shopping's away, Jack's just making my breakfast for me, which is nice. My usual Saturday morning breakfast now, black pudding and fruit pudding. I just love that on a Saturday, and I have it on a brioche roll. Oh. Brooke is away into town. She got the bus into town with my mum. Granny Annie's going to meet Auntie Mary and Emma, I think, and some other people in town. And Brooke's going to meet her friend, and then Brooke's got horse riding this afternoon, so I'm going to go and pick her up from town and take her to her horse riding. And in the meantime, I don't know, I've got crafts that I need to do because it's Mother's Day tomorrow and I've still not finished everything that I'm making for my mum. I will show you them in a wee while, but my head is still thumping. I said on Monday when we were at Stereophonics, my head was so sore and it's still sore, and it's been happening more and more often. So I spoke to the doctor on Thursday and he did want to see me, and I was going to go along and then realised I didn't have my car was in the garage, and I was like, oh. So he's seeing me on Monday now instead, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it, because when I first spoke to the nurse about it in January, she said it was probably long COVID, but it's getting worse, and the painkillers aren't helping it, and it's interfering with my crafting. I can't be having that. So I'm going to go on Monday and see about that. After seeing the doctor, I was admitted to hospital for some tests, and at the time of editing this on Tuesday the 5th of April, I'm still in the hospital, but more to follow on that once I'm home. That's Jack just telling me my breakfast ready, so I'm going to head off and have that, and I'll come back to you in a wee while, show you what I'm making for Granny Annie and show you the wee crafty bits that arrived from Shein. Right, it's 2 o'clock and I have done nothing. So I had my breakfast, and then Jack and I watched a couple of episodes of Extras, you know, where Ricky Gervais, and we're like, right, get into mode and get moving. So Jack's away to cut the grass, and I came into my craft room, and I thought I'll show you what I've almost finished for my mum. I don't know if you've heard of explosion boxes. It's the boxes that you take the lid off and they basically fold open and there's loads of different bits inside them. So I saw a really good video on one from Gemma Elizabeth on YouTube, and her design for it was on Design Space, the Cricut software. So I will link that video for anyone who wants to watch it because it was really good. So I've used her template but put my own spin on it, if you like. And I spent hours yesterday cutting it all out and putting it all together, so it's not quite glued together but it's nearly there. So I'm going to show you in all the layers just now, like separately, and then once I glue it together I'll show you the finished product. So when you open it up, there's 3 different layers, and when you open it up, the first layer is going to have a bit of bling, because you know how Granny Annie loves bling, and she loves purple as well, so I've tried to go with a sort of purple theme. So it's got bling on there. The angel wings, you know how she loves angel wings. Best mum ever. And that's actually a wooden heart, a little gold wooden heart. So that's the first layer. Then in the middle layer, I've got the purple paper again, and we've got a 3D heart there. It's 3 different hearts. We've got Love You Mum on the opposite side, and then there's 2 envelopes, and inside this envelope there is a photo of Brooke when she was at Comic-Con, and inside this envelope is a photo of me and Granny Annie. I think that was Granny Annie's 60th birthday. We were in a limo singing karaoke. So yeah, me and Granny Annie in there. And the bottom layer has got purple background because she loves purple with Mum. Got pink with 3D purple and silver hearts. Got a little verse there that I basically just made myself. Said, Mum, you give me everything, but all I really need is you. And here we have got a little faux envelope, which is glued down on 3 sides, but on this side there is a photo of Abby. So it all basically folds together, and I'm going to put a couple of wee things inside it, but wait, I'll show you the lid. So the outside of the box will be that purple paper, and the lid has to be purple bling. Now I don't know if I'm going to glue the lid together or not, probably not. I know Gemma Elizabeth didn't. She tied hers with ribbon, so I think I'm going to maybe personalise ribbon with the call-it E-mark that Granny Annie got me at the craft show. And I'm hopefully going to make a little key ring that says Mum inside it as well to put in it. The other thing that I am in the process of making is, I don't know if you remember when I was at the craft fair, I showed you that I picked up the little wooden heart that's got the wooden gran on it. So I've been trying to decorate that for the girls to give her. So at the moment so far I have put some silver glitter felt on the actual heart bit. And then the bit that says Gran, I've put some red glitter material, and the little wooden hearts, I've put some red glitter material as well. But then I had a bit of a disaster with the actual front wooden bit. I decided to use marker on it, and I didn't like it. It was too in your face. So I put white gesso on it just now, and I think I'm going to decoupage it with different papers. Possibly the same papers that I used in the explosion box, just like what's left of them, but they might be too thick. I don't know yet. If not, I might just end up doing glitter resin. We will see. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed that that one works out. But let me show you the bits that I got from Shein. Now, I've spoken about Shein quite a bit on this channel because we love it. It's an online shop, but you get everything on it. Abby gets loads of clothes from there. Pretty much all her clothes, apart from her designer stuff, she gets from Shein. And it's so cheap. Well, not cheap, that makes it sound cheap. It's inexpensive, and the delivery is a lot quicker than it used to be. So, as well as clothes, I got a lot of the girls' Christmas gifts and their advent box gifts and stuff from Shein. So they also do a lot of craft stuff. I thought I'd show you what I ordered because it's a lot cheaper than going on like eBay and Etsy and things like Amazon, things like that. I can't remember the prices offhand. I will put them on screen when I'm editing. I got this mould for the resin that says love, and I've seen quite a few people make light up signs from a mould like this. So it would have been good to be able to do that for Mother's Day, but it only arrived yesterday, so I knew I didn't have time. And I got a little bone-shaped resin mould, and it's got the little hole in it so you can make like dog name tags and things like that, which would be really cute. They should sell quite well. I got little epoxy resin measuring cups and like dispensing cups, which will be easier than what I'm using just now because they've got the little spouts. They've got a little handle on them and they've got little spouts, so it'll be easier to get some, to be sort of more precise and accurate. Just trying to see if there's any measurements on them. Maybe not, it's maybe just little dispensing cups. I love this. I might actually make this a key ring for my mum. And it's a little heart-shaped mould, and it's got a heart-shaped hole in it as well. So you can make like key rings out of that, or magnets or anything like that. But I think that would be a lovely key ring. I might use that for my mum. I got 3 bookmark moulds for making resin bookmarks. I think they might sell quite well at the stall that I've booked for the youth cafe, because there's a lot of teens and things there that read. So you've got a big bookmark, it's got the hole in it. You've got the medium-sized bookmark, you've got the little small one, and I think the little small one would be quite nice with beads dangling down from them, so you can sort of put it in the book but have the beads coming the outside. So that would be quite nice. And finally, I've got little letter beads. So I'm going to, hopefully there'll be an MUM in here, and I can see, oh yeah, I can see it already, yay. So I'm going to put mum in whatever key ring it is that I end up making for it. That's the plan. But do you know what, I think I'm not going to touch resin today, because like I say, my head's thumping and I've only got 45 minutes now before I need to go get Brooke. So I will probably just glue together the explosion box and make the ribbon and see if I can get that at least completed. And then the resin, it will just need to be UV resin that I use tomorrow, and I'll get up early and do that, because UV resin doesn't take too long to set when you've got the UV lamp. So that is the plan for just now. Oh, there's a Clyde. Hello, Clyde. You said hello? The dogs are loving this nice weather, getting out on the terrace. So nice sitting out there. When we were watching the telly, we had the terrace door open, so we were getting fresh air and the dogs were lying out there. It was lovely. Right, I better go and try and get on with some of this, and I will come back to you in a wee while when I'm getting ready to go for Brooke. Well, good afternoon. What a gorgeous day. It's almost 4 o'clock. We've just arrived at the horse riding. Brooke's away in ahead of me because we were running late. I forgot how bad the roads are in villages when the sun's out and it's a weekend. It's that long, you know, everybody's starting to get out and about again and back to normal, and there was cyclists everywhere and drivers out enjoying the scenery. I'm like, yeah, very good, put the foot down. So yeah, I was 5 minutes late picking Brooke up, so she's away into her riding lesson just now, which is good because it's good for her confidence. She went, I can't go in without you. I went, yes you can, just tell them you've got a horse riding lesson. Okay. So I'm going to head in just now and watch her, because by the time I get my wheelchair out and manage to wheel myself there, she'll probably be halfway through her lesson. But hopefully I'll be able to get a wee bit of footage for you. I don't know what horse she'll be on today, but she's looking forward to it, so that is good. And I'm going to message Abby as well to let her know that I'm in town, so that when she gets the train from work, if she wants, we can just wait and pick her up rather than her having to get the bus back home. So that is the plan, and then when we go home it'll be time for dinner. I'm so looking forward to it. We're having burger on a brioche bun with sweet potato wedges, onion rings and coleslaw. Oh, I'm so in the mood for that. Right, so I'm going to head off. Wait, I'm going to turn you around briefly to show you what a gorgeous day it is. Look at that sky. How nice is it? The car says it's 17 degrees. You've got the water just over there.
World had more of your smile. What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and...
It is 6 o'clock. Here's dinner. Yum! I've got sweet potato fries, 2 of the Cheezos, the onion and cheese rings, some coleslaw and a brioche bun with a burger and mozzarella. Abby and Jackie have got the same, but they've got lettuce on their rolls as well. So I'm going to enjoy that, and we're going to sit and watch a movie.
Don't watch it without me.
We won't watch it without you. Yeah, I think we're all going to sit and watch a movie tonight. 2 cheesies. Oh, you're brave. Brooke is wanting to have pizza and put some Nutella on it.
It sounds good.
It sounds gross.
It sounds good.
So, yeah, you enjoyed your horse riding today, didn't you?
Yep.
You did well. So yeah, we're going to go and enjoy this. I will see you in the morning. Don't forget the clocks go forward tonight.
Oh God.
Spring forward. Not that we have to change anything. The only manual clock we've got in here is the microwave. And
So I'm going to
everything
get
else
even
changes
less
itself.
sleep tonight.
Yes, you're going to get less sleep tonight. Right, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone, and happy Mother's Day if you're a mum to a human or a fur baby. Happy Mother's Day. If today is a hard day for you because you've lost a mum or a child or a fur baby recently, I'm really sorry, and hopefully you'll be able to think about the happy memories today, and that will get you through it. But I'll be thinking of you. Anyway, it is 10 to 8, which would have been 10 to 7 because remember the clocks went forward, and I am up. I've had all my housework done so that I can get into this craft room and finish my mum's Mother's Day stuff. Talk about leaving it to the last minute. So yesterday I didn't get much done at all. I got my explosion box that I showed you the layers of. I got that glued together, and I have cut the ribbon for putting round it, but I've not personalised it yet. As you can see, it is still white, and I put papers on the heart. There is a heart under there, honestly, and that's as far as I got. So I have got a lot to do, and I need to leave in less than an hour to take Abby to work as well. So I'm really fighting against the clock this morning, so I thought I would just do a quick intro, then I can get into it, and then when I've got something much better to show you, I will. I just remembered as well, I meant to say yesterday how sad we were to hear of Taylor Hawkins passing away, the drummer from the Foo Fighters. That was a real shock to us, and we were really, really upset by it. Jack loves the Foo Fighters and follows them on Facebook and all the rest of it. And Taylor Hawkins was an amazing drummer. We are due to go and see the Foo Fighters in June, I think it is. And we were both, one of the main things that we wanted to see was Taylor Hawkins drumming. So I don't know what's going to happen with the tour, whether it goes ahead. It doesn't matter now, does it? It's completely irrelevant. I mean, he was only 50 years old. And there's the personalised ribbon. So I just used the e-collar. That's so easy to use, that wee gadget. So I just put Mum, Gran, Gid Singer, because that's the 3 things that she gets called, apart from Granny Annie. But there's only a few people plus you guys that get to call her that. So yeah, and I've just repeated the pattern along the ribbon, and that will be used to tie up the explosion box, and hopefully we will find out later on if it works. It's 12:10. I'm cutting it a bit fine. I am meeting Granny Annie out at the car at 12:30, and I still have to get changed and everything. And I'm just putting the finishing touches to the gifts. But I think what we might do is go out for lunch, and then I'll get her to come in and get the gifts rather than trying to take them out and all the rest of it. It'll be easier just to do it that way. So first of all, let me show you the disaster that I had. That Happy Mother's Day wooden sign. No, big fail. So that's getting binned. My favourite thing that I've made is the key ring for Granny Annie, which you can't see properly. That says Mum. Whoops. There we go. That says Mum. So purple glitter, of course, because she loves purple and she loves bling. I've domed both sides of it. So that was using the heart mould that I got from Shein, and also the little letter beads that I got. So I love how that's turned out. I didn't have a big enough jump ring. I'll need to invest in some bigger jump rings, so I made my own. And I've got this, my signature signature Made with Love charm on it that you can't see because the camera won't focus. There you go, Made with Love. And rather than putting a proper keyring end on it, I put just a little lobster clasp because I thought that way she can attach it to her bag, or if she's maybe just got one key or something for her dance and stuff. I don't know. I just thought it looked more elegant like that and she's more likely to use it. So I love that. I am going to put that inside the explosion box. So although I've got the ribbon ready for the explosion box, I've not tried closing it and opening it yet because I wanted to show you the keyring first. So once I've finished this bit, I'm going to put it in and close it up, and then we'll try opening it on camera and see what happens. But the other thing that I've got to show you is the Gran sign. There we go. Now that was originally just wood. It came in different parts. And if I can find one, I'll put in a clip of what it looked like when I bought it. I think it was £1 or something. And I think it's worked out really well putting the papers on it. Remember yesterday I showed you and it had been painted over. It was horrible. I didn't like it. But I think it's worked out really well putting the papers on it. And the Gran sign and the little hearts I've just covered in some red glitter material. And down here, on the frame, it was a flower, but Granny Annie's like me, she's not really a flower person. So I just covered that with the papers and added a little wooden heart that had a moustache. I just coloured it with purple metallic pen, and I put the little Made with Love signature charm on there as well. I think that's going to be my signature now. Everything that I make's going to have that on it somewhere. And yeah, I think it's worked out really well. Now, it was supposed to be a hanging sign. Oh yeah, the sides of it, that was horrible looking because it was basically the two bits of wood sandwiched together with the foam in the middle. What I should probably have done was cut the foam so that it didn't go right to the edge and didn't make this so wide. So what I did was I found a bit of ribbon. I actually found the ribbon this morning. My Granny Annie had given the girls an Easter egg each yesterday, and it was a big Cadbury's one, and they both had this purple ribbon on it. So when I was putting the boxes in the bucket, I was like, I'm going to keep that ribbon, and I'm glad that I did. I've used it to hide the edges of that. Now, at the back, it's not overly neat because I'm still rubbish with a glue gun. I'm not very good with it at all. So I've tried to sort of smooth it down with the glue gun, but nobody's going to see the back anyway. But as you can see there, it was meant to be a hanging sign, and I thought Granny Annie won't hang it anywhere anyway. So I don't know what she's going to do with it, how she's going to get it to stand on a shelf or something. I'll see if I can do it. And I'm going to put the keyring in the explosion box and let's see if that works. Fingers crossed. It's now 12:15, so if it doesn't, tough. Right, so as you can see, I have managed to get the frames to stand. It stands nice. The heart on the bottom's a bit squint because, again, that was the glue gun that I used and I'm rubbish with it. But it's handmade. Granny Annie will love it. And I'm going to show you the explosion box. Now, as you can see, now, I'm not very good at my ribbon tying skills yet, but I love how the ribbons turned out. I love how you can see the mum at this side and Gid Singer here. Obviously it's upside down here because I'm not very good at tying bows yet, but it's one of these things that I can work on. And I think the next time I make an explosion box, put little flaps on the lid so it can glue shut. I think it would be better with the lid glued shut like that. But the way that it was designed by Gemma Elizabeth, she doesn't want her lid shut. She's maybe putting ribbon round like both sides to keep it closed, but I can't do that. I'm rubbish with ribbon. So anyway, this is what the box looks like, which I think is lovely. Let's untie it and see what happens. Are we ready? Let's give it a go. So we'll untie it like this and then hope I can tie it the same way again. And when we do that, take the lid off and I'll zoom you out a wee bit. That's what happens. So the box opens and we can see the mum keyring in here. We've got Best Mum Ever, we've got the angel wings, we've got the little gold heart, and we've got the bling. And if we fold this down, we've got the heart and mum. If we fold this down, we've got the envelope, which has got the photo of me and Granny Annie in it. There we go. And if we fold that down, we've got the 3D hearts. Turn it round, so under the bling, we've got Love You Mum, which is 3D, and Mum, you give me everything, but all I really need is you. And at this side, we have got the angel wings, the envelope, which has got the photo of Brooke. I love that photo. And the other little envelope, that's actually worked out really well because this is the one with Abby. So that's worked out well that the two girls are together. And there we go. So my first ever explosion box, and I really like it. I love the concept of it. You can put anything that you want in there. And I just love the fact that when you open it, it all folds out and there's so many different things to look at. I think it's a lot nicer than a card. And it's something that you would keep, whereas, I don't know about you, but I throw cards away. So I think Granny Annie is going to absolutely love this. And the good thing about explosion boxes like this is you can use the template for anything. So you can use it for birthdays, for Father's Day, for Christmas, for basically anniversaries, anything at all that you would want to give a card for, you can turn this into. There's so many different things you can do with it. So I'm going to try and tie this up again, quickly get changed. I now have 5 minutes, then I'll come back to you once I'm in the car with Granny Annie. Happy Mother's Day, Granny Annie.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Breathe.
Breathe. I'm saying her, I just finished making her stuff 10 minutes ago, didn't I? We're just going to the wee local cafe.
She can't get a drink. I can.
You can get a drink, yes, lucky you. I don't know if they're doing, I think they're doing like a special afternoon tea, but I don't know if that's just for deliveries or if they're doing it in the actual cafe.
Oh, might even let them all see.
Oh, we'll definitely let them see, yeah, because it's you and not Abby. Abby's like, don't film that.
Please film it.
Yes. Right, so we'll see you when we get there. Sunshine.
Oh, look at the difference.
That was nice, wasn't it?
It was wonderful.
Wee afternoon tea, some
Yes.
sandwiches with the pinky turned up and not a bit of cucumber in sight.
Never even picked my nose.
Nope. And we had the afternoon tea without the tea, didn't we?
Yeah.
Neither of us like tea, so... Yes, sandwiches, cakes, tablet and some diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
Of course, it had to be diet juice on top of all that, didn't it?
Every little helps.
It does. So that was lovely. That was an hour and a half we were in there.
No, it was
half
good.
2. So yeah, we're going to head back now and then I'll just get back and it'll be time to go for Abby. The life of a mother, eh? Some Mother's Day running about after my daughter.
And your mother.
And my mother, yes. Right, so that is us, and I will film later on when Granny Annie comes in to get her little bits. I hope she's not getting her herself worked up because we've not bought anything, it's just a made thing.
Would I have it any other way?
No, you would rather it was made.
Yes.
Right, so I will catch up with you in a little while.
And I hope you all had a good Mother's Day.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh!
I wish the camera was facing the other way. The guy's collecting the bin and just tripped. He landed on his face. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but it was funny.
You should.
And he actually started running like he meant it.
You need
Well, I know it's 5 o'clock and look who's here. Yay! picked Abby up, that's us back home. I'm going to go in and feed the dogs because my mum just phoned, where are you? The dogs are starving. So I'm going to go and feed them and then give Granny Annie her presents. And Brooke is at the park, so she won't be there for it. She decided, no, I'm staying out, I'm having fun, and my mum won't care. So yeah, let's go in, get the dogs fed, and get Granny Annie's presents. Granny Annie, present time. It's just 3 things.
We're
Just
right.
3 things, right?
Is it the handbag?
No, that's your birthday. Don't spoil it. You got that.
Grand. Oh my colours.
It's very bling for you.
I do like it. I'll
Yes.
be putting that in my room. Made with love.
Yes, that's my signature. That's going to be on everything that I make. Right? Okay, and the other one?
Oh, look at my ribbon.
Yeah.
The kids singing.
It's not edible. It's the
Good.
good singer and other things on it.
Mum, Gran.
That's it, just mum, grand, good
I
singer.
love it. Right.
Right?
Oh, Molly. Molly.
Right, dogs.
Oh, look. Best mum ever.
Now the little envelopes have got stuff in them when you come across. Oh, you've missed the bit in the middle.
Oh. Oh.
I'm quite pleased with how that
I
turned
love
out.
it. Look at the colour.
Hugo, can you leave the hard ball?
Was that the bit you were
Molly.
talking
Yeah,
about?
that was the bit that you'd missed.
Look
But
at the heart.
go through
That's
them all.
gorgeous, eh? Oh.
Yep, that's got something in it.
Oh. Where's my, oh, my 60th.
What is it?
In the limo.
Oh, yeah.
That's brilliant. I've actually got something.
I think it was fake, Gran.
Probably it was.
I got a spray.
Oh, I know, I've seen the
So
pictures.
cute. Beautiful.
The bling that I made.
The diamond. Love you, Mum.
Oh my god.
You give me everything, but all I really
Mum.
need is you.
Mum.
Oh,
that's
Molly.
so cute.
Your angel wings.
Oh.
It's a good one, eh?
Oh,
That's one of my favourites from that day.
Is this you saying Happy Mother's Day to me, Molly?
that is so gorgeous. I love it.
And that one has got, yeah, is it sticking out? Yeah.
I just got a willow kiss.
Did you?
Oh, hey, you. That's my girl. Well, hello. Let the party begin. I absolutely love all
Yeah.
this. How sweet and simple, isn't it? So
That's called an explosion box.
right.
But you take the lid off and it just opens out to show you lots of
so
different
nice.
I was
things.
going to
And
get
the
the under one
fact
for.
that
Were you? And yes, I thought, just personalise the ribbon.
I love it.
Hugo.
And this is called
An explosion box, but I think the next time
Okay,
I'll put
we'll
flaps
get
on the lid and glue the lid, because
Uh-huh.
the girl that made it before that I followed her design, she didn't glue the lid, she just left it with a ribbon, but I think I would prefer it glued.
whoa. It's my colours. I
Yes,
just love
and I
it.
just had to make use of the papers that I had in the house, so
There's not one thing there that I don't like.
no, I thought that.
Oh, Mum.
So there we go, and you like your wee key ring. I thought I'll put the lobster clasp on it so you can put it on your bag or
Lobster
your music case or anything. Oh,
that's a nice
Hugo.
idea.
He's loving his ball recently, isn't
Oh,
he?
he loves playing with
He
the balls.
keeps lifting it
Wow.
and going, patting it, then runs after it and
Oh,
patting
yeah, that's it. He throws it for himself.
Yeah. And your key ring's got the made with love on it.
But he can't do it right now because look who's wanting it.
Yes, Molly's like, I'll get it.
Oh, no, you won't. That is so nice.
And if you're wondering why I haven't got anything for Mother's Day, wait till I turn this way. Oh, that's not any better. Oh, there we go. If you're wondering why I've not got anything for Mother's Day, it's because my eldest is taking me out for the day, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're going to go to Clydebank for the day. Hopefully this week. It will depend on what's happening with shifts and things.
But it's not Grand's Day.
It's
so
not
I
Grand's
take
Day,
him
no,
home.
today was your day, it's me and Abby Day, it's going to be a girly day, just the two of us going for lunch and other bits and pieces, but I won't spoil it.
Right.
I will wait and vlog it, and you can see what we get up to then. So yes, it's been a lovely weekend between going out and about yesterday with Brooks horse riding and meeting a viewer. That was so nice that Margaret came up and said hello to me. And oh, by the way, I have to let you know from Abby that if you ever see her and she's with her friends, don't dare go up to her and ruin her street cred. Shit, somebody did that to me when I was with my friends. I would be
If
mortified.
somebody came up to me and went, "You're Fiona from Our Crazy Lifestyle,"
Because our pals don't know about the channel, you see. So yeah, so we did that. It was lovely to see you, Margaret. Thank you. And also, puppies are playing away. And then today it was a nice wee day, going out for some afternoon tea with my mummy. And yeah, it's just been good. So Brooke's out at the park having fun. I'm just leaving her to it. Why not? It'd be as well while the sun's still shining. And I'm just going to end the vlog here because I'm not up to anything else. So I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, we're getting waves. If you've enjoyed this, please do hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to talk to me in the comments below.
Molly.
Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in our next one. Thanks everyone. Bye!